I trusted my daughter-in-law as if she were my own family. When my son married her, I welcomed her into my home, my business, and my life. I even gave her access to my office whenever she needed it. But one afternoon, while I was away at a business meeting, my assistant called me with a trembling voice. "Sir, she's still in the back room." At first, I didn't understand what she meant. Then she whispered something that made my blood run cold. "She's going through your private desk." Without wasting a second, I opened the security camera app. What I saw next changed my family forever. Stay until the end, because the final discovery left everyone speechless. My name is Richard, and at 63 years old, I believed I had already seen everything life could throw at me. I owned a successful logistics company that I had built from the ground up. Every dollar I earned, every milestone I reached, and every sacrifice I made was reflected in the journals and documents I kept inside an old wooden desk in my private office. That desk meant everything to me, not because of the money, but because of the memories. Inside were my late wife's letters. Inside were my son's childhood drawings. Inside were our private family documents. Only 3 people knew where the key was hidden: me, my assistant Corinne, and my son. One Tuesday afternoon, I was attending meetings 2 hours away when Corinne called. She sounded terrified. "Sir, your daughter-in-law arrived 30 minutes ago." "Okay." "She said she needed something from your son." Then there was a long silence. Finally, she spoke again. "She's been inside your office for almost half an hour." A wave of uneasiness washed over me immediately. My daughter-in-law had never entered my office alone before. I quickly opened the security camera feed. The moment the video loaded, my stomach sank. There she was, standing behind my desk, holding the hidden key. She opened one drawer after another, searching frantically. She wasn't casually looking around. She was searching as though she knew exactly what she wanted. I watched in complete disbelief. She pulled out files, personal letters, financial documents, and property records. Then she photographed everything with her phone. My hand started trembling. Why would she do this? What was she searching for? I called my son immediately. He answered on the second ring. When I explained what I was seeing, he fell completely silent. Then he said something unexpected. "Dad, don't confront her yet." "What?" "Please, let me come." His reaction left me confused. An hour later, we both arrived at the office. Corinne met us at the entrance. My daughter-in-law was still inside. My son looked nervous. Far too nervous. Together, we quietly walked toward my office. The door was slightly open. Inside, she was searching through the final drawer. The drawer that contained my will. My son pushed the door open. She froze instantly. The color drained from her face. For several long seconds, no one spoke. Then I asked a single question. "What are you looking for?" She couldn't answer. My son stepped forward. His eyes were filled with disappointment because he already knew. Weeks earlier, he had discovered messages on her phone. Messages exchanged with a man she had secretly been talking to. In those conversations, she repeatedly discussed my assets, my company, my home, and my inheritance. She believed that if she learned what was written in my will, she could persuade my son to make certain financial decisions. The room fell into complete silence. Her secret had finally been exposed. But then something happened that none of us expected. She started crying. Not because she had been caught. Because the truth went much deeper. She admitted that she had grown up in extreme poverty. Her family had struggled for generations. The fear of becoming poor again haunted her every single day. She became consumed by money, consumed by security, consumed by the desperate need to know what she might inherit one day. That fear slowly turned into greed, and greed pushed her to make the worst mistake of her life. My son listened quietly. Then he said something I will never forget. "You didn't betray my father because of money. You betrayed our trust." Those words struck harder than anything else. A few weeks later, they separated. Their marriage couldn't survive what had happened. Trust, once broken, is incredibly difficult to rebuild. As for me, I changed my will, not because of anger, because of clarity. That day taught me that wealth isn't measured by what sits inside a desk. It's measured by the people who continue to respect you when they believe no one is watching. Sometimes, a security camera doesn't expose a crime. It reveals a person's true character. As I watched the final moments of the security footage one last time, I realized something important. The most valuable thing in that office was never the money, the property, or the documents. It was trust. And the moment she opened that drawer, she lost something far more valuable than any inheritance could ever buy. Some people spend their entire lives chasing wealth. But in the end, character is the only thing that truly determines a person's worth.